Let me ask you something important. How often do you say, I need money? Maybe you've said it today, or maybe it's something you've said 100 times over the years. But here's the thing. The moment you speak those words, you reinforce a deep subconscious belief that you are lacking. That's right. You are affirming a state of lack. And what you speak, what you say repeatedly, doesn't just pass by unnoticed. It echoes in the universe, and the universe in turn responds. I need money sends out a vibration that locks you into a mindset of scarcity. It tells your soul that you are not enough, that something is missing, and that the universe is withholding from you. But the truth? The truth is that you are never missing anything. You were born with everything you need to thrive, and the moment you shift your language, the moment you change the way you speak about money and abundance, everything begins to change. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to 9 powerful alternatives to I need money. These alternatives are divine affirmations, words of spiritual power that, when spoken in rhythm, can transform your financial destiny. By changing the frequency of your thoughts, your words, and your actions, you can step into the abundant life that has always been waiting for you. Let's dive deeper into this. Florence Scovel Shinn, a master of spiritual manifestation, knew that words are power. In her teachings, she spoke about the incredible creative force that resides in every word we speak. When you speak, you are creating. You are molding your world, your circumstances, and your wealth. Words shape your reality, and when you understand this, you realize that every time you say, I need money, you are not aligning with the truth of who you are. You are not aligning with the divine laws of abundance. Today, I want to help you shift. I want to help you step into a new reality where you speak and live in divine rhythm. A reality where every word you speak is a step closer to the life of abundance you've always dreamed of. So I challenge you now, as we begin this journey together, comment below with your affirmation for the day. What are you going to speak over your financial future? Declare it now, and let's set the tone for transformation. Everything in this world vibrates. The chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing, even the thoughts running through your mind, all of it operates on a frequency. Now here's something powerful. Money, just like everything else, operates on a frequency. It doesn't just magically appear when you wish for it or when you hustle hard enough. Money, like every form of energy, is drawn to a particular vibration, and that vibration, that frequency, is determined by your thoughts, your words, and your beliefs. You see, money is not a tangible object waiting to be grasped or earned. No, money is a living, breathing energy that responds to the vibrational frequency you emit. When you walk around saying, I need money, you are sending out a vibration of lack, of want, of not having enough. And guess what? The universe, being the mirror it is, reflects back exactly what you're vibrating. So the more you say, I need money, the more you get to experience not having enough. But let me tell you something, this doesn't have to be your story. When you learn to raise your vibration, to speak and think in alignment with abundance, everything changes. Money, like all energy, is attracted to certainty. When you live with the certainty that wealth is already yours, when you believe in the abundance that surrounds you, money comes to you. But it's not just about thinking it, it's about living it. It's about embodying that abundance, embodying that certainty, in every single thought, every word, and every action. The law of vibration teaches us that like attracts like. When you vibrate at the frequency of lack, you attract more lack. But when you shift your vibration, when you move into the frequency of abundance, of prosperity, of divine wealth, that's when the flow of money begins to move toward you. It's like this. Imagine you're tuning a radio. If you want to hear a certain station, you need to tune into the right frequency. You can't tune into jazz by turning the dial to country music. Similarly, if you want to attract financial abundance, you need to tune your thoughts, words, and beliefs to the frequency of abundance. This isn't just theory, it's spiritual law. Florence Scovel Shinn, in her teachings, made it clear that you cannot live in the frequency of lack and expect abundance to show up at your door. Your thoughts, your words, and your feelings must match the frequency of wealth. If you say you want more money but you constantly worry about bills or talk about how hard it is to make ends meet, You're tuning into the wrong frequency. You're telling the universe, I don't have enough, and the universe obeys. But when you choose to embody the frequency of abundance, when you stand in the belief that money is flowing to you now, when you speak confidently that your needs are already met, when you walk with the knowledge that divine supply is always available to you, that is when your financial situation shifts. You no longer have to chase money. Money starts chasing you. Now let me make this real for you. Think about the last time you were worried about your finances. Maybe you said, I need money, or I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet. In that moment, you were operating in a frequency of lack. What did you attract? More lack, more fear, more financial stress. Now think about a time when you felt completely secure, when you were confident in your financial future, when you were at peace with money, knowing that everything you needed was already being provided for you. Maybe you didn't even think about money at all. In that moment, you were operating on a frequency of abundance. What did you attract? More opportunity, more flow, and more prosperity. The spiritual truth is this: your thoughts create your reality. If you want your reality to shift, you must shift your vibration. You must raise the frequency at which you are operating. And when you do this, when you vibrate in alignment with divine abundance, everything else falls into place. Money flows to you effortlessly, just like the tide obeys the moon. When you align with the frequency of wealth, wealth must respond. I know this can feel like a big shift, but here's the beauty of it. You don't have to wait for some big moment of change. You can start right now. Every thought you think, every word you speak, and every belief you hold has the power to shift your financial reality. It all starts with your vibration. It starts with you. Now I'm going to ask you to do something. It's time to affirm your alignment with divine wealth. Are you ready to step into the frequency of abundance? I want you to say this affirmation out loud. And if you're ready to commit to shifting your vibration, type it in the comments. I vibrate in alignment with divine abundance. Repeat this affirmation every single day, and watch how your financial reality begins to transform. The universe is waiting to respond to you. It's waiting for you to claim your alignment with wealth and prosperity. Speak it, believe it, and live it. Because once your vibration matches the frequency of abundance, money will start flowing to you. I am aligned with divine wealth and prosperity. Every word you speak is not just sound, it is energy. It is creative force. It is divine substance in motion. This is one of the core teachings of Florence Scovel Shinn. Words create, they mold our future, they shape our reality, and they send out vibrations that attract what we speak into our lives. You see, the words you use are not just harmless statements. They are powerful forces that shape the fabric of your financial destiny. Think about the phrase, I need money. When you speak those words, what happens? You are affirming lack. You are affirming that something is missing, that you are not enough, and that money is something that is outside of your reach, something you have to chase, something that is scarce. But here's the thing, the universe doesn't hear need or lack the way you think. It simply hears the vibration, the frequency, and responds accordingly. In the spiritual realm, lack and need are not real conditions. They are thought patterns. And every time you say, I need money, you reinforce that thought pattern, that limiting belief. You send out a signal that says, I don't have enough. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, mirrors that back to you. It's like looking into a mirror. You see what you project. But when you shift your words, when you declare abundance, you change the reflection. You begin to attract exactly what you speak into existence. This is why Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized the importance of speaking in a positive and affirmative manner. She said, words are the mold that shapes your world. Every time you speak, you are shaping the future you will live. You are creating your reality in real time. So when you say, I need money, you're crafting a world of scarcity and struggle. But when you say, I am abundant, or I am a magnet for wealth, you are creating a world of abundance. Let me make it even clearer. Imagine you walk into a room and you say, I can't afford this. Instantly, you lock yourself into a limiting belief. Your mind absorbs that phrase and it reinforces the belief that you are incapable of affording something. That statement is not just a casual observation, it is a mold. You have shaped your future financial experience with those words, and the next time an opportunity presents itself, your subconscious mind will pull that belief up and hold you back because you've just told it, I can't afford this. It doesn't matter how much money you make, your words will determine whether you take action on that opportunity or let it pass by. But now, what if you changed your words? What if instead of saying, I need money, you said, I am the vessel for divine wealth? What if you stopped affirming lack and started affirming abundance? If you begin to speak positively, with intention, and with faith in the flow of money, you are activating a different vibration. You are no longer locked in the mold of scarcity. You are creating the reality of abundance that you wish to experience. Let's talk about real-life examples. Take, for instance, someone who constantly says, I don't have enough money to travel, or I can't afford a vacation. These words are powerful molds for lack. This person has created a barrier, a financial limitation that prevents them from living a life of freedom. But when they begin to replace those words with affirmations of abundance, like money flows to me effortlessly, or I am open to receiving the wealth I need for my dreams, the whole energy shifts. When you change the words, you change the frequency. And when the frequency changes, the opportunities begin to match that vibration. Here's another example. Imagine someone who has been struggling with debt. They say, I am in debt. I will never get out of debt. Every time those words are spoken, they affirm the reality of debt. But when they say, I am financially free, and truly believe it, something amazing happens. The words begin to reshape their mindset. They begin to take actions that align with freedom. They start to make choices that lead them to financial independence. When your words align with your deepest desires, your actions follow, and the universe supports your journey. But I know some of you might be thinking, this sounds nice, but I've been saying these positive affirmations, and nothing has changed. Let me tell you, it's not just about saying the words. It's about believing them, embodying them, living them. Your words are powerful only when they are backed by faith and belief. It's not about just repeating, I am wealthy, while subconsciously believing you're not. The words must align with your heart, with your soul. When your words are in harmony with your inner truth, that's when the magic happens. That's when you see the flow of money, opportunity, and success pour into your life. Now I want to challenge you. Think about the phrase you use most often when it comes to money. Maybe it's, I can't afford it, or I never have enough. These words are shaping your financial reality. I challenge you right now to replace that phrase with one of the new affirmations we've discussed today. Comment below and share the affirmation you're going to use instead. Let me know, how will you change the way you speak about your wealth? Affirm it now. And remember, every word I speak creates a divine flow of abundance. It's time to stop speaking in the language of lack and start speaking life into your finances. The universe is listening, and it is waiting to respond. You have the power to create the financial reality you desire, with your words, with your faith, and with your affirmations. There's a powerful, divine truth that you need to understand about receiving. You cannot receive what you are not open to receiving. It's that simple. And yet, so many people struggle with this fundamental principle. They say they want abundance, but deep down, their mindset is closed off. They are not receptive to wealth. They don't believe they are worthy of it, or they are so caught up in the hustle that they forget to simply be open to the flow of divine supply. The moment you start saying, I need money, you close yourself off. Why? Because need is a word born of scarcity. It's born from the belief that something is lacking. And if you are focused on the fact that something is missing, you are energetically telling the universe that you are not ready to receive. The universe, however, is ever abundant, always ready to give, to provide, to supply. But if you are not open, if your mindset is closed, if your heart is blocked, then the flow of abundance cannot reach you. Let's dive into the concept of openness. When we talk about being open to abundance, we're not just talking about the idea of wishing for wealth or sitting back and waiting for it to fall into your lap. Openness is about allowing the wealth you desire to flow into your life. It's about recognizing that you are worthy of receiving and being receptive to divine supply. It's a shift from the mentality of lack to the mentality of abundance. The phrase, I need money, reflects a mindset that is rooted in scarcity. It assumes that money is something that must be chased, that must be worked hard for, or that must be earned through struggle. When you say, I need money, you're reinforcing the belief that you don't have enough, that you're lacking, and that you're not in alignment with the universal flow. This thinking keeps you in a constant state of longing and lack. But when you shift your language to I am open to receiving abundance, everything changes. You step into a place of receptivity, of openness to the abundance that is already available to you. You begin to understand that wealth is not something you need to chase, but something you need to receive. You become a vessel for divine wealth. Your mindset and energy shift from struggle and striving to flow and ease. The spiritual law of supply works in your favor, always. This law states that there is no lack in the universe, only a constant and unlimited supply. Money, in this sense, is a form of divine energy. It is as much a part of the universal flow as the air we breathe, the water we drink, or the sunlight that nourishes us. Abundance is not something that is given or withheld by an external force. It is a constant, a stream that flows freely and abundantly to those who are open to receiving it. When you adopt the mindset of openness, you allow yourself to become a conduit for this flow. You stop chasing, you stop begging, you stop worrying, and you start receiving with gratitude. The more open you are to receiving, the more the universe responds to you. It's like standing under a waterfall and simply allowing the water to wash over you, instead of running around trying to catch it in a cup. When you are open, when you are in alignment with abundance, the flow becomes effortless. But how do you become truly open to receive? The first step is believing that you are worthy of abundance. Too often, people block their own flow of wealth because they don't believe they are deserving of it. They have deep-seated beliefs that money is for other people, or that rich people are greedy, or that it's wrong to want financial success. These limiting beliefs keep you stuck in a cycle of lack and self-sabotage. If you have ever felt guilty for wanting wealth, or if you've ever thought that you didn't deserve more money, you are not alone. Many people carry these beliefs deep within them, and they hold them back from fully receiving the abundance that is their birthright. But here's the truth: you are worthy of wealth. You were born into abundance. You are meant to thrive. The only thing standing in your way is your own resistance to receiving. That's why it's so important to declare your openness to receiving. Say it out loud. I am open to receiving unlimited abundance. Say it until your subconscious mind believes it, until your heart feels it. Say it even if you don't fully believe it yet. In time, your words will align with your belief system, and you'll find yourself magnetically attracting more wealth, more opportunities, and more flow into your life. Let me offer you a simple exercise. For the next 7 days, I want you to say, I am open to receiving unlimited abundance every morning when you wake up. Speak it with conviction. Feel the energy of those words as they leave your lips. Know that as you speak them, you are aligning yourself with the law of divine supply. You are opening your heart to wealth, and you are preparing yourself to receive all that is meant for you. But don't stop there. Throughout the day, whenever you catch yourself thinking about money in a fearful or limiting way, replace that thought with your new affirmation: I am open to receiving unlimited abundance. Let these words become a part of your inner dialogue. Now I challenge you, commit to saying this affirmation every day. Type in the comments, I am open to receiving unlimited abundance, and share with me how you will start your day with this powerful declaration. When you speak these words, you are creating space for divine wealth to flow into your life. You are no longer waiting for money to show up. You are becoming a vessel for its arrival. And remember, you are a vessel for divine wealth and success. Embrace this truth, and open yourself fully to the abundance that is already surrounding you. The more open you are, the more money will find its way to you. You are worthy of it. You are ready to receive it. And now, all you have to do is open the door. I am a vessel for divine wealth and success. Wealth is not something you have to chase. It is not something that is outside of you, waiting to be earned. In reality, wealth is drawn to those who understand their own worth and embrace the frequency of abundance. Imagine yourself as a magnet, and wealth is the force that is naturally attracted to you. The moment you believe you are worthy of wealth, the moment you expect it, wealth begins to gravitate toward you. It's that simple. But the question is, do you believe that you are a magnet for wealth? You see, wealth doesn't come from external forces. It is an energy that responds to the vibration you put out into the universe. Florence Scovel Shinn taught us that we are divine creators and that everything we desire is already in the realm of possibility, waiting to manifest. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to the vibration of expectation. If you walk through life expecting financial abundance, expecting opportunities, expecting success, you become like a magnet that draws wealth into your experience. It's a law as certain as gravity. Whatever you believe and expect, you attract. But here's where the challenge lies. So many people don't believe they are worthy of wealth. Instead of seeing themselves as magnets for prosperity, they see themselves as chasing it, working tirelessly to earn it, trying to make it happen. They chase jobs, chase opportunities, chase money, and they wonder why the flow is always just out of reach. The truth is, money is not running from you. You are pushing it away. You are telling the universe that you don't believe in your own ability to attract wealth. You are operating from a place of scarcity, and that's why you're not drawing abundance to you. But here's the beautiful truth. When you step into your divine identity, wealth becomes attracted to you naturally. This is not a wish or a hope. This is a divine law. As soon as you stop chasing and start embodying the energy of abundance, everything shifts. You begin to see opportunities that were always there. You begin to attract the right people, the right circumstances, and the right opportunities to create wealth. Money will stop running away from you and start gravitating toward you. This concept of being a magnet for wealth is so powerful because it allows you to take your power back. You are not a passive participant in your financial future. You are the active creator of your wealth. The moment you declare that you are a magnet for wealth, you step into your true identity as a divine creator. You stop seeing wealth as something you need to earn and start seeing it as something that is drawn to you naturally and effortlessly. Now let's break this down a little further. A magnet doesn't chase after the objects it attracts. It doesn't force them into place. It doesn't scream or demand them. It simply becomes what it is. When you align your energy with the truth that you are a magnet for wealth, you begin to naturally attract everything that matches your frequency. Your thoughts, your actions, and your words begin to vibrate with the energy of wealth, and wealth is drawn to that vibration. It's like the universe can't help but respond to your divine frequency. If you've been struggling with money, feeling like you have to fight for every dollar or constantly hustling, ask yourself, am I acting like a magnet for wealth, or am I chasing it? The moment you stop chasing and start aligning, you will notice that opportunities start coming to you without you having to chase them. Let me give you a real-life example. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract money and success almost effortlessly? You might wonder, how do they do it? The truth is, they are not necessarily working harder than you. They are simply vibrating at a frequency that attracts wealth. They believe that wealth is their birthright, that they deserve success, and because they believe it, they are magnetizing it into their lives. They walk through life expecting abundance. They don't beg for it, they don't chase it, they simply expect it, and the universe responds. On the other hand, when you walk through life doubting your worth, doubting your ability to attract wealth, or feeling unworthy of success, you are sending out a frequency that repels prosperity. The universe mirrors back exactly what you're vibrating. So if you're vibrating lack, guess what? You get more lack. If you're vibrating abundance, you get more abundance. This is why it's so important to declare your identity as a magnet for wealth. You are not here to chase or struggle, you are here to receive. The more you repeat that affirmation, I am a magnet for wealth, the more your subconscious mind begins to believe it. And once your subconscious mind believes it, you begin to act like it. And once you begin to act like it, the universe begins to respond. Now, I want to challenge you. Every time you think of money, every time you have a thought about your finances, I want you to repeat this. I am a magnet for wealth. Say it aloud. Feel the power of those words. Allow them to sink into your subconscious. And for the next week, I want you to commit to repeating this affirmation every time you think of money. Be consistent. Say it when you wake up. Say it before you go to bed. Say it whenever you face any financial challenge. But here's the key. Don't just say the words, believe them. Know that you are already a magnet for wealth. When you believe it, your actions will follow. You'll make decisions based on abundance, not lack. You'll walk into opportunities because you believe that you are worthy of them. You'll begin to see your financial situation shift, and money will be drawn to you like never before. I challenge you to type in the comments, "I am a magnet for wealth," and affirm this declaration. Commit to this powerful shift in energy and let it be the turning point in your financial life. I attract wealth effortlessly in all areas of my life. Remember, wealth is not something you have to chase. It's something you are meant to attract. And when you become a magnet for wealth, you will find that everything you've ever desired is drawn to you naturally, easily, and abundantly. There is a deeply ingrained myth in society that money requires hard work, that you must struggle, hustle, or sacrifice in order to earn it. This belief is so widespread that most people have internalized it without even questioning it. From childhood, we're taught that in order to have more money, we must put in long hours, endure stress, and grind tirelessly. But here's the truth: money doesn't have to be a struggle. Money, like all energy, flows easily when you are in alignment with divine law. Now, I'm not saying that hard work doesn't have its place, but there's a spiritual truth here that many miss. Money flows most freely when you let go of the struggle. When you stop trying to force it, to chase it, or to control it, money begins to flow to you effortlessly. Just like water flowing down a mountain stream, money follows the path of least resistance. The more you align yourself with the natural flow of the universe, the easier it becomes to receive what is rightfully yours. Florence Scovel Shinn, in her teachings, spoke about the effortless flow of abundance. She taught that money is simply a form of energy, and energy always follows the path of least resistance. If you are working hard for money but constantly feel blocked, exhausted, or stressed, it's a sign that you are not in alignment with the flow. When you shift your thinking, shift your beliefs, and align with divine law, money will flow to you with ease. It's like plugging into the universal current. When you align, the current of abundance carries you forward. But why does this belief in struggle persist? It's because we've been conditioned to think that work equals reward. We're taught that nothing comes easily and that we must work harder than everyone else to achieve success. But here's the divine truth. You don't need to work harder to make money. You need to align your energy with the truth of abundance. The more you allow yourself to be in the flow of divine supply, the more you will see how effortlessly money starts to flow to you. Think about it this way. When you're swimming in a river, you don't need to fight the current. If you swim with the current, you're carried forward effortlessly. But if you try to swim against it, you'll tire yourself out and struggle. The same principle applies to money. If you're constantly pushing, fighting, and struggling to make ends meet, you're swimming against the flow. But when you relax, trust, and align yourself with the current of abundance, money will begin to flow to you without effort. This doesn't mean you won't need to take action. It doesn't mean you'll just sit back and wait for the money to fall into your lap. But when you are in alignment with divine law, your actions will be inspired, focused, and guided. You won't feel the need to chase opportunities. Opportunities will come to you. You won't feel exhausted by the work. You will feel energized, motivated, and clear about what actions to take. When you're in flow, everything you do is easy, and everything you touch turns into gold. The law of least resistance teaches us that abundance flows freely to those who do not block it. Think about the air you breathe. It flows freely, without effort. It's all around you, and it's there for the taking. So why would money be any different? The universe is constantly in a state of flow. Opportunities are constantly being created, and abundance is constantly available. The only thing that can block it is your own resistance, your own belief that it must be hard. When you stop viewing money as something that must be earned through struggle, you allow it to come to you easily. But it's not just about thinking positively. It's about aligning your energy with the flow of abundance. It's about trusting that everything you need is already on its way to you, that the universe is constantly working on your behalf. The moment you stop forcing and start allowing, that's when you enter the effortless flow of wealth. I want you to think about your current mindset. Are you trying to control your finances, forcing everything to happen on your terms? Or are you open to the natural flow of money into your life? Ask yourself, am I in resistance or am I in flow? If you find that you're resisting the flow, it's time to shift your mindset. Start believing that money flows to you easily, effortlessly. You are not here to chase or struggle. You are here to receive. Now let's shift gears a little. I want you to do something right now. Take a deep breath and declare, money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Say it aloud. Feel the words resonate in your body. Know that when you say this, you are aligning with the universal flow of abundance. Repeat this affirmation every time you think about money. Replace any thoughts of lack or struggle with this powerful statement of ease. For the next 24 hours, I want you to practice this affirmation. Every time you find yourself thinking about your finances, repeat, money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Observe how your feelings about money begin to shift. Watch how the opportunities and solutions to your financial situation seem to come to you with ease. I challenge you to comment below with this affirmation, money flows to me easily and effortlessly. By typing this, you are affirming to the universe that you are ready to receive wealth with ease. Share your experience, and let's start creating a community of abundant, effortless flow. Affirm it, believe it, and watch how your reality starts to shift. The universe is already flowing with abundance. It's time for you to step into that flow, to stop resisting, and to allow money to come to you easily and effortless. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly in divine ways. One of the most powerful truths you can embrace is that you are divinely supported in every area of your life, especially in your finances. Too often we fall into the trap of thinking that we are alone in our struggles, that we must rely solely on our own strength, effort, or resources to make ends meet. We think that our financial success is entirely up to us, and that any form of help is something we must earn or ask for. But the truth is, divine support is always available to us. It is there, waiting to be received, as long as we open ourselves to it. The moment you realize that you are divinely supported in all your financial needs, you step into a completely different realm of experience. You shift from a place of neediness, where you feel desperate, worried, or uncertain about how your needs will be met, to a place of trust and assurance. When you trust in spiritual provision, when you believe that the universe is always working on your behalf, money no longer feels like something you have to struggle for or fight to attain. It becomes something you receive in alignment with your divine birthright. But here's the contrast. When you operate from a mindset of neediness, everything changes. Neediness comes from a belief in lack, in scarcity, and in separation. It's the mindset that says, I don't have enough, I can't afford this, I'm struggling. Neediness places you in a state of lack, and the universe, by divine law, will mirror that back to you. Neediness also stems from the belief that you are alone, that you are unsupported, that you must make it happen by yourself. But when you trust in divine support, you open yourself to an unlimited source of provision. You acknowledge that you are never alone, that God, the universe, or divine intelligence is always there, guiding and providing for you. You are a vessel for this divine support, and you do not have to chase or worry. Instead, you align with the divine flow of abundance. Florence Scovel Shinn frequently reminded us of the spiritual law of supply. There is no shortage in the universe. Everything you need is already here, and it is waiting for you to receive it. But to receive it, you must first believe in divine provision. When you say, I am divinely supported in all my financial needs, you are affirming that you are not alone, that your supply is guaranteed by the infinite, loving intelligence that governs the universe. Let me make this clear. The universe does not work based on your limitations. It doesn't operate on the scale of human effort alone. Divine provision is limitless. When you trust that divine support is available to you, when you know that every financial need you have is already provided for, the pressure begins to lift. You no longer need to hustle or work yourself to exhaustion to make things happen. Instead, you begin to relax and to trust. You begin to operate from a place of peace, knowing that every need will be met in divine timing and in divine ways. The real transformation happens when you make this trust your reality. Let me give you an example. Picture this. You're in a moment of financial uncertainty. Bills are due, there's not enough in your account, and you feel the anxiety rising. At that moment, you have a choice. You can choose to spiral into fear and doubt, allowing your neediness to take over. Or, you can choose to step into trust, knowing that you are divinely supported. When you choose trust, you stop focusing on the lack and start focusing on the assurance that your needs will be met. In that moment, something shifts. You stop chasing, you stop fearing, and you start receiving. This doesn't mean that you sit back and do nothing, but it means that your actions come from a place of alignment, not desperation. You take inspired action, not from fear of not having enough, but from a place of abundance and faith. You trust that as you move in the direction of your goals, everything you need will appear, at the right time and in the right way. You start seeing opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You start attracting resources, people, and circumstances that support your abundance. It's important to remember that divine support does not mean that everything will always look perfect on the surface. It doesn't mean you will never face challenges or obstacles. But it does mean that even in difficult times, you are never alone. Divine support means that you are held, guided, and always provided for, even in moments of uncertainty. The universe is always working to bring you what you need when you need it. And here's the most powerful part. Once you embrace the belief that you are divinely supported, everything shifts. No more running around in circles trying to control your finances. No more worrying about how you're going to make ends meet. Instead, you begin to align with the divine rhythm of abundance, and you allow money, opportunities, and support to flow to you effortlessly. Now I want you to take a moment and declare that you are divinely supported. Say it out loud. I am divinely supported in all my financial needs. Repeat it until you truly feel the truth of those words deep within you. Feel the weight of the assurance that comes with this declaration. You are not alone. You are supported, loved, and always provided for. I challenge you to comment below, I am divinely supported. Let the world know that you are choosing to align with divine provision. Practice this affirmation every day, and notice how your financial situation begins to change. Watch how your trust in divine support opens doors and opportunities that you never thought possible. Remember, you are never alone, and every financial need you have is already provided for. Trust that the universe is always working on your behalf, and allow divine support to carry you to the abundance that is already yours. I am divinely supported in every financial need I have. One of the most transformative beliefs you can adopt is the understanding that you are worthy of wealth. Not just any wealth, but unlimited wealth. So often, people believe that wealth is for others, that it's reserved for the lucky few, the hardworking, or those born into it. This belief is deeply ingrained in our society. But here's the truth. Wealth is for you. Abundance is your birthright. And it is time for you to step into that truth with confidence and authority. Florence Scovel Shinn taught us that self-worth is the key to attracting abundance. If you don't believe you are worthy of wealth, how can you expect it to flow into your life? Wealth is not just about hard work or the right strategies, it's about alignment with the truth of who you are. When you believe that you are worthy of unlimited wealth, that belief sets a powerful spiritual frequency that draws prosperity toward you. But the moment you doubt your worth, the moment you think, I don't deserve it, or wealth isn't for people like me, you are closing the door to the very abundance you seek. Worthiness is not something that is granted to you by external circumstances. It is an internal belief, a decision, a choice to claim your divine inheritance. And the good news is, you can choose to believe in your worthiness at any moment. It's all within your control. When you align with the truth of your worth, you unlock a powerful force in your life. Your words, your actions, and your energy all shift. You no longer operate from a place of lack or scarcity. Instead, you step into the frequency of abundance, knowing that there is no limit to what you can receive. You are no longer chasing money, you are simply receiving it because you know that you are worthy of it. The belief in your worthiness is not a matter of ego. It's not about feeling entitled or superior. It's about recognizing that you are a child of the universe, that you are divinely designed for greatness, and that wealth is part of the divine flow available to you. As Florence Scovel Shinn so beautifully put it, God does not withhold from us his abundance. It is always available to those who choose to receive it, and receiving it starts with believing you are worthy of it. Let's pause here and reflect. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as deserving of wealth? Or do you find yourself making excuses, feeling guilty, or thinking that wealth is for others but not for you? The way you view yourself directly impacts what you attract. If you don't believe that you are worthy of wealth, you are sending out an energy of lack, and lack is all the universe can reflect back to you. On the other hand, When you declare your worthiness, when you speak from a place of spiritual authority, everything changes. You begin to magnetize wealth toward you. You begin to take inspired actions that lead you to financial success. You stop waiting for permission or external validation. You know that you are worthy, and that knowing empowers you to take bold steps toward your financial goals. So, let's look at a practical example. Imagine you have a goal of making more money or achieving financial independence. But in the back of your mind, you think, I don't deserve it, or that kind of success is for someone else. If this belief is unconsciously running in the background, it's like you're pushing the brakes on your wealth. Even if you take action, you'll still feel resistant to receiving. But the moment you shift your belief to I am worthy of unlimited wealth, you give yourself permission to fully receive everything you desire. You remove the internal blocks, and the universe will respond to that alignment. But let's get even deeper into this. How do you cultivate a belief in your worthiness? First, you must reject the lies and the limiting beliefs that tell you that you are not worthy. Every time a thought arises that says, you can't have this, or you don't deserve that, you must immediately replace it with the truth. The truth is, you are worthy of unlimited wealth. You are worthy of prosperity, of opportunities, of success, and of financial freedom. You were born for greatness, and it is time to claim what is rightfully yours. Now let's talk about speaking from a place of spiritual authority. The words you speak are powerful. They create your reality. When you say, I am worthy of unlimited wealth, you are affirming your divine identity. You are speaking in alignment with the truth of who you are, and that is a frequency the universe cannot resist. Your words have the power to shape your future. They have the power to reprogram your subconscious mind and attract wealth to you effortlessly. I want to invite you to affirm this truth right now. I am worthy of unlimited wealth and abundance. Say it out loud and feel the energy of those words sink into your soul. Embrace your worthiness. You are not here to play small. You are not here to live in scarcity. You are here to thrive, to prosper, and to receive the abundance that the universe has for you. But don't stop at just saying the words once. Say them every day. When you wake up, say, I am worthy of unlimited wealth. When you face a challenge, say, I am worthy of unlimited wealth. When you think about your goals, remind yourself, I am worthy of unlimited wealth. The more you affirm this truth, the more you will believe it, and the more you will begin to live it. Now I want to challenge you. Write in the comments, I am worthy of unlimited wealth. This is not just a statement, it is a declaration. By typing it out, you are putting your words into action. You are affirming that you are worthy, and that declaration will begin to shift your vibration and align you with abundance. Remember, you are worthy of unlimited wealth. You are worthy of all the good the universe has to offer. And when you step into this truth, you will see how effortlessly wealth begins to flow into your life. There are no limits to your abundance. You are divinely designed to receive all that you desire. And now the only thing left for you to do is accept it. I am worthy of unlimited wealth and abundance. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It has the ability to change your life, transform your mindset, and, most importantly, magnify wealth. Too often, we wait for the financial abundance to appear before we express gratitude. We think, when I get the raise, when I get the promotion, when the money shows up, then I'll be thankful. But here's the truth. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the flow of abundance. The more you express gratitude in advance, the more you activate the law of attraction, drawing wealth into your life. The law of attraction works on the principle that like attracts like. The energy you put out into the universe will be reflected back to you. If you constantly focus on lack, on what you don't have, that's what you attract. But when you begin to focus on gratitude, when you thank the universe for the abundance that's already on its way, you begin to vibrate at a frequency that magnifies your blessings. Gratitude is a magnet for more. When you say, I am grateful for the wealth that is already on its way, you are doing two powerful things. First, you are affirming your faith that the universe is already working on your behalf. You are declaring that you know the wealth you desire is already in motion. Second, you are opening the door for more blessings to flow into your life. Gratitude shifts your energy from lack to abundance, and in doing so, it activates the law of attraction to bring more wealth into your experience. Now, let's talk about the spiritual law of gratitude. Gratitude is a universal principle, and when you practice it, you are aligning with a divine flow that is already abundant. Florence Scovel Shinn, in her teachings, often spoke about the power of giving thanks. She believed that gratitude was not just a feeling, but a spiritual law that opened the floodgates of divine supply. When you give thanks, you are aligning your thoughts with the abundance of the universe. You are telling the universe that you recognize the wealth around you, and in turn, the universe responds by sending more. It's not enough to wait for wealth to show up before you're thankful. If you wait for your bank account to be full before expressing gratitude, you are missing the magic. True gratitude is thankfulness in advance. It's about thanking the universe for the money that hasn't physically appeared yet, but you know is already on its way. This is a declaration of faith. It's saying, I trust that abundance is already coming to me. When you express gratitude for the wealth that is coming, you align yourself with the flow of prosperity. You open yourself to receive it with open arms and an open heart. Here's the secret. When you are thankful for something that hasn't yet appeared, you are training your mind to focus on the abundance rather than the lack. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It helps you see the good that is already in your life. And when you focus on that good, you magnify it. The more you practice gratitude, the more the universe will respond by giving you more to be grateful for. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you've been struggling with debt. Every time you look at your bank account, you feel overwhelmed by the numbers, the bills, the pressure. Now, what happens if you start expressing gratitude in advance? What if instead of focusing on what you don't have, you begin saying, I am grateful for the wealth that is already on its way to me? By doing this, you are changing the energy. You are saying, I trust that my needs will be met. And when you believe that, the universe begins to respond by aligning your actions, thoughts, and circumstances with that abundance. Suddenly, opportunities to earn, to save, to pay off your debts start to appear, not because you've been focused on the lack, but because you've been focused on gratitude and the certainty that wealth is already coming. This is the power of gratitude. It opens the door to more. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance. The more you thank the universe for what is coming, the more the universe will bring you to be thankful for. It's a beautiful spiritual exchange. Gratitude is the energy that unlocks the flow of wealth, and the more you express it, the more wealth you attract. Now, I want to challenge you. For the next 7 days, I want you to practice this powerful affirmation. I am grateful for the wealth that is already on its way. Say it aloud, write it down, and let it sink into your spirit. Every time you think about money or finances, replace any negative thought with this affirmation. When you catch yourself focusing on what you don't have, shift to gratitude for what's already coming. Thank the universe in advance for the abundance you know is on its way. I also want you to comment below with this affirmation. I am grateful for the wealth that is already on its way. When you type this, you are making a powerful declaration. You are opening yourself up to receive, and you are activating the law of attraction to bring more wealth into your life. By expressing gratitude, you are affirming that you trust the universe's provision, and you are preparing yourself to receive the abundance that is already waiting for you. So, remember this. Gratitude activates the flow of wealth. It shifts your energy from lack to abundance, and it aligns you with divine supply. The more you give thanks for the wealth that is already on its way, the more wealth will come to you. Don't wait for the money to show up before you express your thanks. Start today. Start now, and watch the abundance flow. I am grateful for the wealth that is already on its way to me. There is a profound truth that you must fully embrace today. You are the creator of your financial destiny. The moment you take full ownership of this fact, everything begins to change. Your financial reality is not determined by your job, your past circumstances, or the economy. It is created by you, by your thoughts, your beliefs, and your words. Everything you experience in life, including your financial situation, is the direct result of the energy and vibration you put out into the universe. You are not a passive observer in your financial life. You are the active creator of your financial future. For many people, financial struggles and challenges feel like something that has been imposed on them. They feel trapped by their circumstances, controlled by outside forces, or victimized by the economy or their upbringing. They believe that wealth is for others, not for them. But here's the key to unlocking your abundance. No one and nothing has the power to control your financial future, except you. You are the one who decides what your financial story will be. You are the one who has the ability to shift your reality by changing your mindset and your energy. Your thoughts, beliefs, and words create your reality. This is not just a metaphor, it is a spiritual law. When you change your mindset, when you shift the way you think about money, you change your entire life. Money is not something that happens to you, it is something that flows from you. It is a reflection of the vibration you are putting out into the universe, and that vibration is shaped by your thoughts and beliefs. When you say, "I am the creator of my financial destiny," you are stepping into a place of empowerment. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You are no longer dependent on external forces. You are declaring that you have the power to shape your financial future with every thought, word, and action. And this is a profound shift. It's a shift from victimhood to sovereignty, from helplessness to control, from scarcity to abundance. The moment you claim this power, your financial life begins to transform. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the universe is always responding to your thoughts, your words, and your actions. The law of attraction is not just some abstract concept, it is a universal truth that governs every aspect of your life, including your finances. When you claim that you are the creator of your financial destiny, you are asserting your divine right to wealth and abundance. You are declaring that you will no longer live in the energy of lack. Instead, you will live in the energy of prosperity. Think about it. When you operate from a mindset of victimhood, you attract more things to feel victimized about. When you believe that money is hard to come by, that it's out of your reach, you will continue to experience a reality where money is scarce. But when you step into the mindset of the creator, you take ownership of your financial life. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to make decisions from a place of abundance, not fear. Your energy shifts, and so does your reality. Money follows energy. So if you want more money, you must change your energy. And that starts with claiming your role as the creator of your destiny. The power is in your hands. You are not here to be a passive participant in your financial life. You are here to design the life you want. And you can start today. Every thought you think about money creates a mold for your financial future. Every word you speak about your finances shapes your reality. Every belief you hold about money determines how it flows into your life. When you realize this, you begin to see how much power you have in creating the wealth you desire. You are the one who decides how much money you are worthy of. You are the one who decides whether or not wealth is abundant or scarce in your life. When you believe that you are deserving of unlimited wealth, when you believe that you have the power to create financial abundance, you begin to align with the flow of divine supply. And that flow is infinite. It is unstoppable. The universe responds to your energy, and when you shift your energy to match the vibration of abundance, money starts to come to you. But the most important part of this is the mindset shift. The moment you stop seeing yourself as a passive participant in your financial life and start seeing yourself as the creator, everything changes. You stop asking, "How can I make money?" and start asking, "How can I attract money?" You stop worrying about the economy or your job or external factors and start focusing on aligning your thoughts, words, and energy with the abundance you desire. You become a magnet for wealth, effortlessly attracting the financial opportunities and resources you need to live the life you deserve. Now, I want to ask you to claim your power. I want you to declare, "I am the creator of my financial destiny." Say it out loud. Embody that statement. Feel the empowerment that comes with knowing that you have the power to create the life you want. Say it with confidence. Say it with faith. And say it with certainty. This is your divine right. And when you believe it, when you live it, your financial reality will begin to shift. I challenge you right now to type this affirmation in the comments. "I am the creator of my financial destiny." Write it out loud and affirm it every day. When you make this declaration, you are taking responsibility for your financial future. You are no longer waiting for things to change. You are making them change. You are in control of your wealth, and that is the most powerful place to be. Remember, your thoughts, Your words, your beliefs create your reality. And when you embrace your power as the creator of your financial destiny, you begin to design a future that is full of abundance, prosperity, and freedom. There is no limit to what you can achieve when you take full ownership of your financial life. You are the creator, and your financial destiny is yours to design. I create my financial destiny with every thought and word. Wealth and success are not random. They are not awarded to the lucky few or the hard-working ones alone. No, wealth is the natural outcome of divine alignment. This is the universal truth that governs the flow of abundance. When you align your actions, your thoughts, and your words with the spiritual laws that govern wealth, success follows. It is as certain as the laws of nature. The sun rises, the seasons change, and wealth flows to those who are aligned with its principle. But what does it mean to be aligned? Alignment, in this context, is the state in which you are in harmonious relationship with the divine principles that govern prosperity. These principles are spiritual laws like the law of attraction, the law of vibration, and the law of cause and effect, all of which work in your favor when you align with them. When you are in alignment, your thoughts, words, and actions all point in the same direction toward abundance, toward wealth, and toward success. Imagine trying to steer a car in one direction while your hands are constantly turning the wheel in different directions. It would be nearly impossible to move forward in any coherent way, right? The same goes for your life. If your thoughts, words, and actions are not aligned with the belief that wealth and success are your birthright, you'll constantly be fighting against the flow. You'll struggle, you'll hustle, but you won't experience the natural ease that comes from being in alignment. The first step in achieving alignment is recognizing that wealth is already available to you. Divine principles of abundance do not play favorites. They are universal laws that work for anyone who is willing to align with them. These laws are not personal. They don't change based on your history or your circumstances. They simply work. When you recognize this truth, when you start to trust that these spiritual laws are working on your behalf, you step into the natural flow of wealth. Florence Scovel Shinn frequently spoke about the importance of rhythm. She believed that everything in life moves in a rhythm, and that when you align with the right rhythm, everything flows effortlessly. Wealth is no different. Just as a river flows toward the sea, your financial success flows naturally toward you when you align with the rhythm of divine abundance. It's not about forcing or striving. It's about being in rhythm with the laws of the universe. The law of divine supply, the law that governs abundance, is always in operation, but you can only tap into it when you align yourself with its rhythm. Think about it like dancing. If you're offbeat, the dance feels awkward and forced. But when you align with the music, you flow with ease, and the dance feels natural, effortless, and joyful. The same is true with money. When you align with the divine rhythm of abundance, money doesn't feel like a struggle. It feels like a natural flow. The opportunities, the resources, and the success you use are drawn to you effortlessly. Alignment also means that your words are in harmony with your thoughts and actions. What you speak must match what you believe and what you do. Too often, we say one thing, think another, and act in a completely different direction. We say, I want wealth, but then we think, but I'll never get it, and we act as though we're not worthy of it. This dissonance creates resistance, and resistance blocks the flow of wealth. When you are in divine alignment, everything you think, say, and do is directed toward wealth and success. You begin to speak the language of abundance, to take inspired actions that are in alignment with your financial goals, and to believe deeply that wealth is already on its way to you. When you align with divine principles, you don't just ask for wealth, you expect it. Expectation is a powerful force. It is the law of assumption in action. You begin to expect financial abundance as a natural result of being in alignment with universal laws. And when you expect something, you begin to act as though it's already happening. This shifts your energy and aligns your actions with your desires. You no longer wait for wealth to come to you. You step into the flow and receive it with gratitude and confidence. Let's get practical for a moment. If you are looking for a job or a business opportunity, do you expect that opportunity to find you, or do you feel uncertain and doubtful about it? When you expect that wealth is already on its way, your actions change. You take steps with confidence, knowing that the universe is already working on your behalf. You stop looking for opportunities in desperation and start acting from a place of certainty that everything you need is already coming to you. The truth is, wealth is not random. It is not for a select few. It is a natural byproduct of alignment with divine laws. And you can align yourself with these laws by first changing your mindset. Start by affirming that you are always in divine alignment with wealth and success. Declare that wealth is your birthright and that you are a vessel for divine prosperity. Every time you make this declaration, you are tuning yourself to the frequency of abundance. Now I'm going to ask you to take a moment and declare this affirmation aloud. I am in divine alignment with wealth and success. Say it with power. Say it with conviction, knowing that the universe is listening to every word you speak. Allow yourself to feel the truth of those words as they resonate in your body. Feel the shift. Feel the energy. Feel the alignment. I want you to practice this affirmation every single day, multiple times a day. Say it when you wake up. Say it before you go to bed. Say it whenever you face financial decisions or challenges. Speak it into existence. As you do, your perception of money will begin to shift. Opportunities will begin to flow your way. You will start to see how easily wealth comes to you when you are in alignment with divine principles. Engagement. I challenge you to comment below, I am in divine alignment with wealth and success. By typing this, you are making a declaration not only to the universe, but to yourself. You are affirming that you are in alignment with the flow of abundance, and this will shift your reality. Remember, alignment is the key. When you align with divine principles, wealth is the natural outcome. You are a magnet for success, and you are ready to receive everything that the universe has in store for you. Step into that flow today, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. I am always in divine alignment with wealth and success. When was the last time you paused to reflect on how far you've come? How often do you acknowledge the financial freedom you already have? Too many of us get so caught up in the pursuit of more that we forget to celebrate the abundance already present in our lives. But here's a spiritual truth that can transform everything. Gratitude for what you already have opens the door for more. It is in the act of celebrating the small victories, the financial successes that seem insignificant but are actually powerful stepping stones, that we magnetize even more prosperity into our lives. Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized the power of gratitude as one of the most transformative forces in manifesting abundance. She taught that when we focus on what we are grateful for, we align ourselves with the universal law of increase. Gratitude is not just a passive feeling, it is an active, powerful force that attracts more of what we appreciate. Every time you acknowledge the financial freedom you already have, no matter how small, you invite more of it into your life. Let's talk about why gratitude is so powerful. When you are thankful for the wealth you already have, you are sending a signal to the universe that you recognize abundance in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, and in doing so, you elevate your vibration to one of abundance rather than lack. The universe, being the mirror it is, responds to that frequency. When you celebrate and give thanks for the prosperity that is already present, you open the door for even greater financial freedom to flow your way. Think about it. When was the last time you acknowledged the money you already have, no matter how small the amount? Maybe it was a paycheck that paid the bills. Perhaps it was a small side income or a gift from a friend. Those moments, though they may seem insignificant, are financial victories. Celebrate them. Say thank you for them. Appreciate the fact that you are already experiencing financial freedom in some capacity. Recognizing these victories aligns you with the universal flow of abundance. Now, let's contrast this with a mindset of lack. How many times have you caught yourself focusing on what you don't have? Maybe you think, I'll never be financially free, or I still have so much debt. The more you focus on these lack-based thoughts, the more you attract the same energy. The universe doesn't hear your worries, it hears your vibration. If you constantly focus on what you don't have, you are sending out a signal of lack, and the universe mirrors that lack back to you. But when you shift your focus, when you choose to acknowledge the financial freedom you already have, you send a signal of abundance. And the universe responds to that signal by sending more. The beautiful truth is this: the financial freedom you seek is already available to you. It is not something that is out there waiting for you to achieve it. It is already within your reach. The simple act of being grateful for the financial freedom you've experienced, no matter how small, aligns you with the flow of divine abundance. As you express gratitude for the wealth you already have, you create more room for the universe to send even more prosperity your way. Now, I want you to think about the moments in your life where you have experienced financial freedom, even in small amounts. Maybe it was the first time you bought something for yourself, without worry. Maybe it was the time you had enough to treat your loved ones. Even the small victories matter, and these victories, when acknowledged with gratitude, are like seeds planted in the soil of your financial future. Each time you water them with thankfulness, they grow. They grow into bigger victories, more financial freedom, and more abundance. I want to challenge you today. Start with gratitude. Right now, reflect on all the financial freedom you've already experienced. It doesn't matter how small it seems. Maybe you had a month when your income covered all your bills without stress. Maybe you were able to invest a little extra in your future. Maybe you were able to help someone else out financially. These moments are significant. Celebrate them, appreciate them, and thank the universe for these blessings. Now, I'm going to invite you to comment below. I am grateful for the financial freedom I have already experienced. By typing this, you are making a declaration of gratitude. You are affirming that you recognize the abundance in your life, and you are opening the door for even more financial freedom to flow to you. Here's the key. Gratitude is the key to unlocking more. The more grateful you are for the wealth you already have, the more wealth you will attract. When you give thanks for the financial freedom that has already manifested in your life, you raise your vibration to one of abundance, and the universe, which is always in tune with your energy, will respond by bringing you even more reasons to be grateful. I encourage you to practice this daily. Every day, find something, no matter how small, that you can be grateful for in your financial life. Thank the universe for what you have, and watch how your circumstances begin to shift. The more gratitude you give, the more abundance you will receive. This is the law of increase at work. Remember, you are the creator of your financial life. The more you express gratitude for what you already have, the more you will see the universe respond. Your financial freedom is already on its way, and with every moment of gratitude, you are aligning with the flow of wealth and success. I am grateful for the wealth that is already on its way to me. As we come to the end of this powerful journey together, I want to leave you with a final blessing of abundance. You are now equipped with the knowledge of 9 powerful alternatives to transform your financial reality. You've learned that your words, your thoughts, and your beliefs are not just tools, they are the very vibrations that create your life. And as you embrace these alternatives, as you embody the truth that you are worthy of wealth, that money flows to you easily, that you are a magnet for abundance, you will begin to see your financial situation shift. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You now have the tools to manifest wealth and success with grace, ease, and confidence. You are no longer a passive observer of your financial destiny. You are the creator of your reality. The universe is waiting to respond to your new vibration. Trust in the law of abundance, and remember that you are already aligned with the divine flow of prosperity. It's not about waiting for something to happen, it's about knowing that it's already happening. But the key to unlocking this divine flow is faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your divine worth, and faith that the universe is always working on your behalf. Your words are powerful. Your beliefs are transformative. And when you act in faith, aligned with these powerful alternatives, you will see the abundance that you desire begin to manifest in ways that are beyond your imagination. As you move forward, I encourage you to trust the process. Trust that the universe is responding to you, that your words are creating your financial destiny. You are the architect of your life. And with each new thought, with each new affirmation, you are laying the foundation for an abundant, prosperous future. Now, I want to invite you to share your journey. Comment below and let me know which of the 9 powerful alternatives resonated with you the most. Share your experiences, your wins, and your moments of clarity as you begin to manifest abundance in your life. This is your space to declare your transformation and to connect with others on the same path. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more transformative teachings. Each message, Each video is designed to help you align with your divine birthright and create a life of limitless abundance. This is just the beginning of your journey. Now, let me offer you a final blessing. May you walk in the divine flow of abundance, and may your life be filled with infinite prosperity. May your words continue to shape your reality. May your thoughts align with your dreams, and may your actions reflect your worth. You are worthy, you are abundant, you are a divine creator, and wealth is your natural state. With this blessing, I leave you to walk in the freedom of abundance. Trust the process, keep affirming your worth, and always remember that you are divinely supported every step of the way. May you walk in the divine flow of abundance, and may your life be filled with infinite prosperity.